you are also doing great with your study, with your everything in your life. So today's video is about Morphology S5, and this video is a whole explanation and a preparation for exam, and also for those students who don't attend their classes regularly. And I hope I can help you to take a full image about morphology and be prepared for your exam. And good luck for everyone. So let's start with what is morphology. So morphology, as you can see here, morphology is the study of word formation. In other words, it is the study of internal structure. So morphology in general is concerned how morphemes can combine together and give a meaningful unit or a word. بصفة عامة أن المورفولوجي هو واحد دراسة اللي كتهتم بكيفية تكوين كلمات جداد من خلال مجز جزيئات. And morpheme or morphemes are the smallest unit in language and cannot be broken down into smallest. And morpheme هو الجزيئة الصغيرة في اللغة والتي لا يمكن أن تنقص أو تقطع إلى جزيئات أخرى. على سبيل المثال, we have boy. So here, just boy itself, it is a morpheme and it conveys meaning, and we cannot divide it anymore. While s, it doesn't stand alone, and also it cannot stand alone because just s, we don't know, it is just a morpheme, it is just a letter. So when we put s with boy, it becomes plural boys, but we don't change the meaning of boys. It is the same for cat and cats. So cats, it is a single, while s, it is both s, it becomes plural. And we have two types of morphemes. We have free morpheme and bound morpheme. So free morpheme might occur alone. In other words, it doesn't depend on any morpheme in order to convey meaning, such as boy, dog, cat. So these names convey the meaning without depending on other morphemes. And this free morpheme can be lexical or functional. So lexical morphemes carries just our utterances, namely noun, verb, adjective, and verbs. And this category is open class. And functional morpheme serves the grammatical rules, including connecting words, conjunctions, articles, and this category is closed class. So here class open and here close class. Why? Because here nouns, we can't change the noun, like Muhammad, Ali, Rida, Muhammad. So we can't change nouns by another one. Here the same verbs can be changed from verbs to another, adjectives the same. But here articles, we cannot change the article. We have the same articles. We have three articles, which are a, the, and an. And conjunctions like however, but, etc., we cannot change it or both any morphemes to them. While bound morphemes helps to create new words, and it is dependent. They cannot stand alone. to convey meaning. It must be connected to another morpheme. And this morpheme can be affixes, circumfixes, or infixes. Suffixes like an, re, des, etc. While suffixes are full. So prefixes هم السوابق and suffixes هم اللواحق. يعني الكلمات لو الجزيئات اللي كنضيفهم على الكلمة في آخر الكلمة. أما البريفكسز هم دوك الجزيئات اللي كنضيفوهم قبل الكلمة. So this is derivational. It is a part, of course, of bound morphemes. And also we have root. Root also, it's a part of derivational morpheme. And it cannot stand alone. So is a fixed unit in a word which present the origin of the word through removing the affixes. يعني الروت هو الجذر أو الأوريجين تاع الكلمة، يعني هو الأصل الكلمة. يعني واخا نحيدو الافيكسز كتبقى الكلمة، كتبقى الأصل ديالها، كتبقى عندها معنى خاص بها. يعني بحال happy. happy it's the roots. unhappy فقط غير إلا حيدنا كتبقى عندنا unhappy. غتبقى عندنا happy اللي هو الروت. and base هو الليفل that word can reach or the affixes that word can accept. يعني بحال هنايا هذا هو البيس. البيس هنايا عندنا unhappy هو البيس ديال happy. unhappiness is the base of unhappy. يعني الريتش، يعني الكلمات ولا الافكسز اللي يمكن لينا نزيدوهم على الكلمة باش يطلع الليفل تاعها. while stem is root plus something or nothing. بحالاش مثلا غادي نشوفو and most of the time stem can be inflection no morpheme. And like here, as you can see, we have root base stem. So like here, forgetfulness. So forgetfulness is it is of course the base of the forgetful, and forgetful it's the base of forget. It's the same. And forget is the base of the same root, which is forget. While here forget is the roots and forgetful it's the is a stem. Why? Because we have roots which is forget plus ful which is affix, specifically suffixes. So we have a tree here, as you can see. So here we have stem, it's roots plus something, and roots it is the origin of the word, it is the seed, as you can see in the ground. Okay, it is in the ground. While the base it's the level when a word can reach, like here, it can be here, it can be here, wherever. So we don't care. But what is important, how word can accept affixes. The next type, it's bound morpheme. And bound morpheme can be also roots. Like sieve here, it is a root. So root here, it is of course the origin, but it cannot convey the meaning because they are Latin words. But it is necessary to have another morpheme in order to construct a meaningful unit. Like here, receive, conceive, and deceive, and etc. Now derivational or derivating words. Here is the process of making new words. For example, we have do, doable, place, placement, just we bought. So do, it is a verb, it becomes adjective. And here place, it is noun and becomes noun too. Sense, sensibility, it is a noun and a verb according to the context. And also we have two classes of derivational. we have class maintaining and class changing. So in class maintaining doesn't change the part of speech. This means we don't change the category of the word. If it is a verb, it's still a verb, even though we both other morphemes. If it is a noun, it stays a noun. Like here, like it's a verb. I dislike it stays or remains a verb. Read, reread, it is the same. But in class changing here, in class changing we change or changes the part of speech, like love, lovable, or like, likable, break, breakable. So here the category is changed when we both morphemes. Also here another rule you have to keep in your mind: inflection. Morphemes cannot create new words, but just reinforce it, as we can say, according to where we can both it. Here, like S, we have N, we have S for positive, ed for past or past participle, ng for progressive, er for comparative. Here also S for superlative. Okay, like here some inflections can be derivational too, like er. So here er, like teacher, here we both er, it is inflectional, but it changes the category of the word. So the teach, it is a verb, now it becomes a noun. While here it is the short, it is adjective, shorter, it remains adjectives. That's why you have to be careful when you try to divide the word. So here we have processes, and this is what is important, and you will find it, of course, these processes in the exam. According to teacher, there are some teacher who gave you a table and gave you the words, and you are supposed to divide the words according to each category which the word it belongs to. So we have the first process is inflectional process or inflectional processes. So inflectional processes, we have irregular and irregular morphemes. So regular morphemes, like the morphemes that's formed according to common patterns. Common patterns like S, ed, er. This means when we both just S, it is for a plural, or just for a singular according to where we both it. If S with the nouns, it becomes plural, dog, dogs. But if it is with the verbs, it becomes a singular, he is, or does, or eats, etc. While ed, it is just for past or past participle of a verbs, and er, of course, for comparative, to compare two things. Irregular plurals of morphemes, like why it is irregular, because they are non-syntactic. If you remember, so they are not syntactic. Like men, so just children, child, children. So just we change A to E, and child to children. Just we both earn to child. That's why they are not irregular. They don't follow the syntactic rule. And we have Ablaut, suppletion, and reduplication. So Ablaut here just replacing. It is a way replacing a word by another one, or a morpheme by a group of morphemes. Like here as an example, still, stall, mouse, mice. So here still, it becomes tall just with change E and A to U, and mouse to os to I. Okay? And suppletion, of course, it's the change of a complete word. We change total word by another word. And this you will find it just with superlative and with some verbs in past participle, like we have here bad. When we do superlative, it becomes worse, and like good it become better or best according to superlative or comparative. And also some verbs like go, though, and bring, etc. So here go become went. So it is the change of the whole word to another word. While reduplication is a way of repeating exact or slight of word. So reduplication, just we repeat the same word or a part of it. Like here, Rama in Indonesia language, Rama means house, Rama, it changes. So just we reduplicate it. The next process, or the last one, it's derivational processes. We have compound. One, it's a combination of existing words to form new words, resulting noun, adjective, verbs. As we know that compounds, two words together will give us a compound. Like here, we have fire and engine. So here, fire engine means something, like fire engines. And this fire itself means something else, and engine means something else. And oil, well. And spawn, also they are nouns. And also verb compounds, like spoon food, steam roll. And adjective compounds like nation wood. So they are just adjective here they are just verb, and here they are just a noun. Okay, now we have endocentric compound and exocentric compound. So endocentric compound, the meaning is inside compound, not outside. Okay, like, so this is the rule. As you can see, compound, one of the element, usually the head, carries the primary meaning of the compound, and the other element serves to modify or specify the meaning. We have here book. So the book, it's the head and carries the primary meaning, while shelf specifies the type of book related structure. So here we have book, and shelf specify which book we are talking exactly about. While exocentric, the meaning is outside of compounds. When we say something, we mean another thing else. The head is outside. For example, we have read head. So here, the meaning is not in read or head. It is outside. We mean a person with read head, a person who has, of course, a read head here. And also we have syntactic compound and non-syntactic compound. As I mentioned earlier, syntactic compound. What is syntactic? So syntactic, it's when a compound follows the syntactic rules. The syntactic rules, like S with a verb in singular, or like subject, verb, object in the structure, etc. This is the principles of the syntax. They are principles that we follow when we create a new words or write a sentence or whatever. This is the syntactic rules or principles. As you can see here, so we have an example, toothbrush. So we're tooth is the head, and brush modifies the tooth. So we talk about the brush of tooth, not another brush. So here, as you can see, the meaning, it is in the secondary word. We have secondary and primary. So here we have in the secondary, while other words that we have seen are on the primary meaning. So another thing, we have non-syntactic compound. So the non-syntactic compound, of course, doesn't follow the regular grammatical rule of a language or of syntax. And inshallah, in the next semester, we will explain in more detail about what is syntactic and what is syntax, etc. in the next semester. So now we have just focus on these things and don't be confused. Everything is a piece of cake. And we have example like irregular plurals like man. We cannot put s to man in order to create plural of man, رجل رجال. No, not. But we can put e here or change it by a, not s. And irregular past tense forms like went instead of go. It is not correct. This is irregular because they don't follow the syntactic structure. Another process, conversion. Conversion, of course, is a word formation process where a word changes its grammatical category or a part of speech without adding or removing any affixes. So here conversion, just we convert a word from noun to verb or from verb to noun or to adjective according to context where the word is found. For example, we have book. So book, it is noun as a noun. Okay, as a noun. But it become a verb, like I book in the hotel. Okay, the same thing with email. So email, it is a noun, but when you use it in a context, it becomes like a verb, like I will email you tomorrow, inshallah. Another process, it's blending. So blending, of course, is a process in which parts of two or more words are combined to create new word with a meaning that reflects elements of the original words. And this involves taking the beginning of one word and the end of another word. So the blending, just we take a part of a word and another part of another word. Okay, and we give us a meaningful word. Like here we have branch. branch اللي كتعني وجبة فطور combines with lunch and give us breakfast. So two words we have. We take this break as it is in break, as you can see here. Okay, and breakfast, and the same thing with smoke combined to give us smoke. So we have the smoke, this is, and we have this. So this is here smoke, and this it becomes here. And also there is a phonological rules. You will inshallah see it in the next semester, why the word g become k, because there is phonological rules, because k and m, they don't we don't pronounce it from the same place in our mouth. That's why here we can't both g here instead of g. So another and the last process is acronym. So acronym, of course, is the word formed by taking the initial letters or syllables of a phrase to create a new word. An acronym are often pronounced as a word rather than individual letters. For example, like NASA, So NASA, N stands for national, and A stands for aeronautics, and S stands for space, and A stands for administration. But it is pronounced as a word, not as individual letters. And this is an exercise or an exam that the teacher can give you, inshallah, like this. States the morphological process whereby the following words are formed and classify the morphemes associated with them as requested below. So we have here a word, and you are requested to divide this word to roots. Is it class maintaining or class changing? It is inflectional morpheme or morphological morphemes. This is an example, and you can do it by yourself, inshallah. to make this image clear in your mind. So we have enlightenment. So the root of the word, of course, it is the light, and the class maintaining, it is N. As I mentioned, it is inflectional. It doesn't change the category of the word. In light, it's still the in light, whether it is a noun or a verb. While also here N, it is derivational. It is derivational, not inflectional. You have to be careful when you use this. It changes the meaning of the enlight. It becomes enlighten. So enlighten, it becomes a verb. So it is here N, the first N that is in the beginning. It is this. It doesn't change the meaning, so it is class maintaining. But while the last one, it is class changing, because it changed enlight from noun to verb, enlighten. And also we have meant, which also class changing, because it changes also to a noun. And here the morphological process that we have, so we have here, it is meant, it is the last one, and it is the head, so it is derivation. No, the same thing with these words, and you can do it. And this is a tree that you have to be also careful, and you have to see which the level of the words, and which is the head of the word. So the head, it's the last thing that changed the meaning of the word, like here ennoblement. So ennoblement, so ennoble, it is an adjective. So noble, it is root. So here we have meant, it is the last process or the last morpheme that we added on the word, so it is the head, and it is the same thing. And good luck to all of you.